The bold and the beautiful viewers know that no secret is safe on the daytime soap, and it's only a matter of time before someone discovers Luna Nozoa, Lisa Yamada at the Spencer mansion. Once news spreads that Bill Spencer Don Diamant is hiding the killer, he's going to start getting some hostile visitors. Will one of those people be Sheila Carter Kimberlin Brown? Keep reading to find out. Sheila Carter seems to have turned over a new leaf, but at the end of the day, everyone knows what she is capable of. The reformed baddie built a new life with Deacon Sharp Sean Cannon and their employees at Il Giardino. After she was done clearing her own name, Sheila mourned the loss of Tom Starr, Clint Howard, and Hollis. She was visibly bothered by how the murders affected Deacon, and they nearly lost Il Giardino. If Sheila Carter finds out the woman that caused all of this is living her best life at the Spencer mansion, there is no way she will be able to stay away. Ironically, Sheila is not the only one who has beef with Luna Nozoa. In fact, Steffy Forrester Jacqueline McInnes would probably has an axe to grind with her as well. The bold and the beautiful spoilers say when news gets out that Luna is free, Steffy and Sheila will both be livid for different reasons. It's been months since Steffy banned Sheila from her life. Will she call a temporary truce to discuss their mutual enemy? Steffy is a badass in her own right and killed Sheila's doppelganger in self-defense last year. Steffy and Sheila together are the last people you would want to meet in an alley on a dark night. Steffy is much more level-headed than Sheila. She could just put a bug in her ear and try to convince her to get revenge on Luna and do her dirty work. Do you think that Luna should be scared of retribution? Will Sheila and Steffy find common ground? The bold and the beautiful B&B spoilers for Wednesday, January 15th, 2205, reveal Luna realizing there's more than one handsome, rich Spencer in town. Luna Nozoa Lisa Yamada can't believe her luck living in the lap of luxury when she's supposed to be behind bars for killing two men. She doesn't even care that she's wearing an ankle bracelet and is on house arrest. At least the house has multiple large-screen TVs, a huge swimming pool, and a relaxing hot tub. She even has dollar bill Spencer Don Diamant taking care of her. So what more could she ever want? Perhaps Luna will Spencer Crumoro. On Wednesday, her interest is piqued when she listens in on a private conversation with Will. Luna likes what she sees and hears and decides that Will might not be so bad after all. She knows she has to lay low or she can be sent back to prison. But Luna is not about to let this opportunity get away. She can have a rich man her age who might even be good in bed, unlike R.J. Forrester Joshua Hoffman. However, she has to find a way to get off house arrest and get Electra Forrester Linnea Grace out of the way. She would make a great partner for Remy Price Christian Weissman. Brooke Logan Catherine Kelly Lang has her daughter, Hope Logan Annika Noel, but now she believes there is hope in winning Ridge Forrester Torsten K back. If Steffy Forrester Finnegan Jacqueline McInnes can swallow her pride and return to work at Forrester Creations, that must mean that Ridge will be back soon too. You can't hold a grudge forever, right? If Steffy is softening toward a new FC, then surely Ridge will too. Does Brooke have false hope considering that Ridge is about to move in with Taylor Hayes' Rebecca Budig? Or is she onto something? She has lost Ridge before, and he always leaves Taylor and comes back to her. So why wouldn't it happen again? Hey, bold and the beautiful fans. We're back in action with another bold and the beautiful spoiler scoop session. In this one, we're going to see what's going down in tomorrow's new January 15th, 2025 episode. We were able to collect 2 new official teaser descriptions for the January 15th, 2025 edition straight from the CBS people. So we're going to dig into those right now. Let's go. For starters, it sounds like tomorrow's new Wednesday, January 15th, 2025 episode will feature some very interesting, dramatic, and possible scandalous scenes as Brooke expresses something important about Steffy. Luna does some eavesdropping and more. The first spoiler scoop session reveals that we'll see more of Brooke in action. In this particular scene, she will be seen expressing that she thinks that if Steffy returns to Forrester Creations, it might lead to Ridge returning to her. CBS official description for Brooke's feelings about Steffy's possible return to Forrester Creations reads like this. Brooke feels that Steffy returning to Forrester may lead to Ridge returning to her. The second and final teaser spoiler for tomorrow's new January 15th, 2025 episode lets us know that we're going to see more of crazy Luna in action. This time, she will be seen hiding out and spying on a conversation that Bill has with Will. Apparently, Luna will take a liking to Will's wit. CBS description for Luna eavesdropping on Bill and Will's conversation reads like this. In hiding and charmed by Will's wit, Luna listens to a private conversation between Will and Bill. Alright guys, that is all the official teaser scoops we could collect for tomorrow's new January 15th, 2025 edition of The Bold and the Beautiful, but certainly expect to see at least a few other scenes get shown that were not mentioned in this spoiler session. The Bold and the Beautiful B&B spoilers reveal that Steffy Forrester Jacqueline McInnes is counting on Daphne Rose Muriel Hilaire to make herself irresistible to Carter Walton Lawrence St. Victor, but things may not go according to plan. Although Steffy is hoping Daphne can wreck Carter's relationship with Hope, Logan, Annika, Noel, and help the Forresters get back in power, there could be some unexpected problems along the way. In recent years, B&B fans know Carter has longed for someone he can build a family and a real future with. If Hope can give Carter that, it could make it a lot tougher for Daphne to steal his attention. What if Hope has a surprise pregnancy that ruins Steffy's plot? Just when Daphne is ready to really pull Carter in a major temptation, Hope might discover she's got a bun in the oven. Hope could ultimately reveal that to Carter and keep his focus totally on her. There's no way Daphne could compete with the mother of Carter's child, so Steffy might have to make some updates to her scheme down the road. Steffy has been offering up some bold predictions about what's next, but she could never anticipate Hope's pregnancy curveball. Carter would make an even bigger commitment to Hope if he learned she was carrying his baby. That would probably lead to Carter's marriage proposal and make him think about the legacy he wants to leave for his own children at Forrester Creations. This could even spark a company name change as Carter prepares for the little Logan Carter heir that Hope might bring into the world. Whatever the case, there's no denying that Hope's potential pregnancy would shake things up and derail Steffy's whole scheme. Daphne may be no match for Hope's baby shocker if she delivers that news to Carter somewhere down the line. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers say Carter and Hope have some challenges ahead of them. But will a baby be what cements their relationship in the end? On the January 15th episode of The Bold and the Beautiful, Brooke Logan sees an opportunity to reunite with Ridge Forrester through Steffy Forrester's potential return to Forrester Creations. On The Bold and the Beautiful this Wednesday, January 15th, Brooke Logan Catherine Kelly Lang will have her sights set on reuniting with Ridge Forrester Torsten K. Despite their recent tensions, Brooke still harbors deep feelings for Ridge. She believes that supporting Steffy Forrester's Jacqueline McInnes would return to Forrester Creations could pave the way for them to reconcile. Brooke, Hope, Logan, Annika, Noel, and Carter Walton Lawrence St. Victor are still weighing the decision to appoint Steffy as the president of the company. Brooke is eager to back Steffy's comeback, seeing it as a move that could benefit her personal agenda. If Steffy returns to a leadership role, Brooke hopes it will draw Ridge closer to her once again. Steffy is optimistic about the outcome of the discussions surrounding her potential promotion. She feels confident that the decision will go in her favor and is ready to step into the role. Carter may soon call Steffy to finalize the arrangement, which would not only solidify her return, but also give Brooke a renewed sense of hope. Brooke sees Steffy's return as a chance to restore harmony in the Forrester family, which could help her rekindle her romance with Ridge. While the business decision is important, it is clear that Brooke also has her personal reasons for pushing this agenda forward. Meanwhile, Spencer Crew Morrow will stop by to visit his father, Bill Spencer Don Diamont. During this visit, Luna and Nozoa Lisa Yamada will overhear their conversation. Luna's interest in Will is growing, as she finds him both charming and attractive. As Luna listens in, she may become more determined to get closer to Will. Although she hasn't figured out how to approach him yet, Luna's interest is clear. Her sneaky tendencies could lead to some close calls, especially if Will hears her or becomes suspicious of her presence. Luna's fascination with Will could drive her to develop a plan to win his heart. Whether she tries to meet him through casual interactions or uses her connection to build to her advantage, Luna is determined to make an impression. However, Luna's sneaky behavior might lead to complications. If Will starts to suspect his father is hiding something, it could create tension within the Spencer family. Still, Luna's determination suggests she won't give up easily. I wrote a story speculating that Bold and Beautiful wasn't really about to reveal that, after all this time, Jack was Luna's father, who cares? But that Finn is... Readers took it poorly. The writer of this article doesn't know what they're talking about, complained Prima Donna 123 in the comments beneath the post, and is just trying to indulge us in their sick fantasy, except that I couldn't care less whether Finn had sex with Aunt Poppy in his teens. This is bold and beautiful, people. Does no one remember Amber and Thomas? Amber and Rick. Freaking Deacon taking Bridget's virginity over speakerphone with her family. Why don't you highlight that it would make Poppy a predator? The commenter asked later. And the reason that I don't bother is that the show will not give two bleeps about it. For Fanny Grayson's sake. Ridge out and out-raped Brooke, and yet she's still made to shed tears about her thwarted destiny. Sheila tried to murder half of her fellow characters, and now she's supposedly a mild-mannered waitress whose biggest lapse in judgment is the baking of cookies that commemorate the time she pretended that a bear had eaten up every bit of her except for a single telltale toe. Straub 2 was also displeased by the theory that I put forth, suggesting that I think the writer need to go back to school and end the father of Luis and put Hope and Carter, and even Brooke in jail for stalling a company, and final, let T. Steffi. Trudge. And Eric gave their company back, and keep Carter autocorrect may not be Straub 2's BFF. But the gist of what they said is not lost on me. My theory sucks, and maybe it does. But it is also an executive producer / head writer Bradley Bell's DNA to go this route. Remember, while Dad William J. Bell was in charge of Young and Restless, he had Christine, aka his own real-life daughter's character, fall for Scott Granger, who turned out to be her brother. And once upon a time, Bold and Beautiful took a failed stab at making a match of Ridge and Bridget, who once believed that they were father and daughter. Gross is most definitely not off the table where this show is concerned, whether we like it or not. So if you must, take me to task for my bonkers ideas. But then ask yourself, given the history of the soap, are they really that bonkers? Spoilers for the week of January 13th, 2025. In Soaps.com's latest The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers for Monday, January 13th, through Friday, January 17th, Steffi makes a shocking move. Bill keeps asking Luna the same question, perhaps hoping for a different answer, and Ridge's women square off against one another. Daytime stars from band together to highlight resources available to those in need and affected by the California wildfires. In Monday's recap, Steffi puts her plan into action. Lee smears Poppy, and Luna apologizes. Steffi puts her plan into action by asking Carter, Hope, and Brooke for a job. The only perk Steffi really wants. Getting to watch as Daphne entices Carter away from Hope and hastens their ouster from Forrester Creations. So much for burying the hatchet. Lee and Poppy argue about Poppy's parenting skills. Though Tom and Hollis and/or their family should probably come first, Luna makes an apology to Bill instead. Preview. Killer twist ahead for Bill and Luna. Where it's headed will shock you. In Tuesday's recap, Steffi vows to make Hope and Carter pay, and Lee plans a paternity test on Tom and Luna. Lee remains cryptic, wanting to get to the heart of the matter. If we were her, would stay cryptic too, because she isn't going to like the truth when she gets it. Rather than just tune in to a true crime documentary like the rest of us, Bill asks Luna to describe how she killed Tom and Hollis. Guess he's found the upside of harboring a double murderer. Cupid takes aim in Hallmark's new Love-You-Ary movies. Find out which faves will be pulling out all the stops to send our hearts aflutter. Brooke feels that Steffi returning to Forrester may lead to Ridge returning to her. We have some bad news for her about that. In hiding and charmed by Will's wit, Luna listens to a private conversation between him and Bill. How long until she recruits Spoiler as an accomplice in her new scheme? Joe Lando's Dr. Quinn leading Lady Jane Seymour takes in his family after they were left with nothing. Steffi introduces her secret weapon, Daphne, to Ridge. Wonder if his reaction to her will be the same as ours was. What they really need to do is get some serious therapy to find out why they keep falling for Ridge's BS. But instead, Brooke and Taylor face off. Steffi has put a plan in motion on Bold and Beautiful designed to win back the family business from Carter and Hope. But if her scheme works too well, there may be an outcome she totally didn't foresee. One that could set off a whole new round of fireworks, and this far ahead of the 4th of July. That's not a good thing. Although Steffi hasn't clued her family in on the details of her plot, Bold and beautiful viewers know that she's maneuvered her old pal Daphne into a position of influence as Forrester's new perfumier and plans for her to seduce Carter out from under what she perceives as Hope's malevolent influence. Given the response thus far to the unimitable Parisian woman and Carter's penchant for falling under the spell of any woman who looks twice in his direction, would say they have an above-average chance of success. As part of the scheme, Steffy will return to work at Forrester Creations and make nice with Hope, Carter, and their newly named CEO, her father's ex-wife, Brooke. The brunette put on her best acting workshop as she tried to convince the trio that her intentions in returning to Forrester were on the level, but she wasn't able to stave off suspicion entirely. Regardless, Carter and Brooke both seem to be set to overrule Hope's reservations and bring her back on board. That means that Steffy is about to be immersed in the day-to-day at the fashion house, working alongside both Brooke and Carter as they strive to implement his new agenda for the company. With the success of Daphne's fragrance a foregone conclusion, judging by all the sniffing and sighing we've witnessed, all signs point to the family firm going from strength to strength. Heck, Zen's new designs for Hope for the future even won a stamp of approval from mentors Ridge and Eric. But as Steffi vowed to her family to make Carter and Hope pay for stealing the company, we couldn't help but wonder, what if this little plan of hers works too well? What we mean by that is, what if Steffi's charade of working well with Brooke and Carter, and even Hope, becomes her new reality? After a few weeks of operating side by side like a well-oiled machine, Steffi may not even realize until it's too late that things are actually going well with Carter and Brooke helming Forrester. What do we mean by too late? Read on, and we'll tell you. If Steffi realizes that Carter's vision may actually be good for business, and that Brooke brings competent, fair, and experienced leadership to the table, but then doesn't move quickly enough to stop Daphne from proceeding with her assignment, she'll blow up the good thing before she can even take her findings to Ridge and Eric. As we said, Daphne's unlikely to be unsuccessful in seducing Carter, but even if she hits and misses, once Hope finds out Steffi was behind the attempt at imploding her relationship, a whole new Logan Forrester feud will ignite. It seems unthinkable that Steffi would change her mind about working with Carter, Hope, and Brooke, but if our hunch is correct, that's exactly what will happen. Unfortunately, if her plan works too well, the opportunity for peace between the families will be fleeting, and then wafted away again like a cloud of Daphne's perfume that Hope detects in Carter's loft.